What up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. I'm sorry I'm kind of catching up with the spirit messages a little bit late because I've been trying to pack and get products ready to go to Portland, Oregon. So I've just been really all over the place. So if you're going to be in Portland, Oregon at the Tarot Symposium this weekend, definitely stop by the booth. Oh my God, I can't remember. I can't remember the booth number. Just look for me. I'll be with red lips probably in my head wrap. And I'll be there with Mademoiselle Lena. She's going to be having her beautiful witch bags and her tarot bags, her oils. It's going to be a lot of stuff there. So definitely come check us out if you are in Portland, Oregon. So let's get into, before we get into the spirit messages, I'm going to go ahead and try to start the monthlies a little bit tomorrow. We got a road trip coming back, and I think it's going to take us like 3 days to get back to Texas. So I may just even, like each state that we stop in, I might try to do a little, get the monthlies out in that particular state. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to try to get these things done, preferably before I make it back home. So probably on the road, you guys. So look for that. So you know how we do this. Pick a number from 1 through 6. Could be 1, could be 2, could be all of them. And see what Spirit guides you to. What message is for you. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Jeez Louise. It is pouring over here in Texas. I hope Lena is getting better weather on the road because she already took off. I'm actually flying out tomorrow, but it is really pouring over here right now. Let's see. Oh, interesting. I wonder if this message is from me. Spirit, messages for my people. Messages for my people. Let's see what flipped. Okay. Hold on, you guys. We had too many cards. Too many cards that came over. Let me try to get them in order. There we go. Card number 6, Spirit. Card number 6. Oh, Lord. They won't even let me. Alright. I think I got them. Did they all flip right? I think I got them. So, let me organize them. And let's see what we got. Card number 1. Card number 1. We could have a temptation coming into your relationship. Now, like I tell my people that I read for, just because they're a temptation and they're coming in, it doesn't mean that you have to go off with the temptation. It just means that you have somebody that might be interested in you. You might be interested in them. They look good. You look good. But you could be already in a relationship. So be really careful that you are not getting caught up in a situation where somebody comes in and you're tempted to maybe do a little dibbling and dabbling. Well, you know what? Y'all grown people. Do what you do. But don't say I didn't warn you if your ass get caught, right? So for some of you, you might be in a relationship that's having a little bit of a problem. Maybe things are a little bit still right now, and then you have this temptation come walking in. What you doing? You want to get with me? And you're like, yes, I do. Some of y'all might be getting that vibe. Now, it is showing that you could, one, be tempted by this person because you're already having problems. Because we got relationship problems already in. This person looks like they're beat down, you know, pins through their heart. Maybe they feel like they're not appreciated. Or you could just be in a relationship where you're having issues and this person kind of comes in and you're like, okay, you know what, let me give it a try. Let me give it a try. Some of you, because it's general, could even be the temptation. You walking in. Hey, what you doing? You got a woman? You got a man? Better. So some of you might be coming in trying to do that with somebody else. Like I say, y'all all grown people. Handle your business properly. But some of you, this may cause some problems if you are busted, if you're caught, if somebody goes through your phone, if they find out about this person. So I'm just putting it out there, card number 1. Be careful. For those that are in a relationship, pay attention to the signs. Somebody starts dressing differently, changing their cologne, changing the way they dress, they're working out, eating better, trying to get in shape all of a sudden. It could be because of temptation that's come across, male or female. So some of you may be dealing with that. Card number two. Oh, we got somebody who's gifted. This could be somebody who's very intuitive, could be psychic, and you could be having problems with people at work. Maybe you're picking up on this. You could be an empath, somebody that picks up on emotions of other people. For some of you, you may be in a spiritual community and you're already having, like, you're butting heads with somebody within the community or people in the community. So some of you could be going back and forth because of a gift, or you're in a community of like-minded people, and it could be like throwing at each other. Like, oh, you got me, now I'm a duck and dodge and reverse and send it back to you. Y'all know how some people do it. Some of y'all might be having that energy where you're fighting with somebody and it's like, you know what? Intuition is telling me that you're doing something. I know you're working behind my back. I know that there's gossip, because I feel like for card number 2, you could be dealing with somebody who's trying to cause some type of problems with you, could be gossiping about you behind your back, and you feel it. You know it. So some of you might actually be pulling away from people because of this. It's like, look, I don't want to fuck with y'all because I know this is going on. Or if this is a particular person that's bothering you, I don't want to fuck with you because I know what's going on, because we have the seer. She sees everything. So whether this is a male or a female, this is somebody that's like, I know what's going on. I know there's some shady, underhanded shit that's going on that I need to really kind of pay attention to, because you up to no good. So some of you may be doing your pendulums, your cards, throwing your runes or whatever, because you're having a work situation and you know people are talking about you, or you know people could be plotting against you. So I would say keep your protection up, say your prayers, do your cleanses, your washes and things like that, because you could be going up against a group of people or people that are trying to do something. For some of you, if you're burning your candles may be turning black. Some of you may be getting some things falling off your wall, spiritual hit. Some of you may be definitely having dreams where it's like, I need to go ahead and up my protection or watch my back a little bit better because somebody might be coming after me. So trust your intuition, trust your gut. If Spirit is saying you need to get your shit together, you need to start wearing your protection jewelry, some of y'all might need to do it, because you could have somebody or somebodies that are trying to work against you. Definitely, I get that if you are dealing with a group of people, trust how you feel with them. If there's certain energies that you get around and you're like, you know what, you shady. I don't like the way it feels with you. I don't like the vibe that I'm getting with you. Some of you may really be kind of going off of that, where it's showing that this person may not be your person, or maybe I need to watch my back a little bit with the people that I'm dealing with. All right. Card number 3. Man, this light has me looking like light bright white. What the hell? Where's my... Look at me. Where's my color? I think it's just light making me look like this. I just realized. I'm like, what the hell? All right, so let's get back into the reading. I'm gonna address the color. You know, I'm always dealing with this damn laptop thing and this color issue going on. Some of you, card number 3, could be going on a trip where you may meet a person. Could be male or female, and it could be a soulmate connection. So if you're traveling out, make sure you're cute, because you could be running into somebody. Some of you, this could be even taking a trip with a person. But for a lot of you, I feel like possibly going on some type of trip where you could be connecting with a soulmate. Maybe you weren't expecting this. I'm just going to go off, go to this island, go to this work thing, go to this symposium or whatever. And then you end up meeting somebody that you have a very strong connection with. Now, could be romantic. Soulmates are not always romantic. Some of these people could just be really, really good friends. But I am getting like a sexual vibe with this. So for some of you, you really could be connecting with somebody that you, not only is there a spiritual connection, mental connection, but there could also be a physical connection. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, definitely if you're feeling it, you're feeling it. So for a few of you, definitely keep your eyes and your mind open, male or female. I feel like this could start off with just a conversation, and then, next thing you know, it's like, I really enjoy talking to this person. And it's almost like, I want to see you more. There could even be something that develops into a long distance relationship with this. You may be talking about going back to visit this person. This person may be coming back to visit you. But I do feel like there could be a distance between you two, where either they live somewhere else, or if they have come to your place or you come to their place, there could be this thing of them having to go back, or it being a temporary thing, almost like somebody coming in to work on a project, but maybe they're only supposed to be there for a month, and then they have to go back to where they came from. So for some of you, you may make a connection with somebody, and either they have to go back to where they're from, or you have to go back. I definitely feel like there's a lot of communication that keeps going with this. So for some, this has the potential to open up into a relationship, but it may be a long distance relationship. I do feel like two people don't want to make it work. So be open to it is what I get. All right, card number 4. Card number 4, we have fear, we have speak up, and then we have seeing things clearly. So some of you may be going through a phase where it's like you're scared to make some type of changes in your life. Maybe for some of you, this may have putting your foot down. You know, I need to talk to this person. I need to tell this person what they're doing to me. I need to talk to my manager and my job about, you know, some of the things that I'm doing. Maybe you're carrying extra loads or whatever. Some of you may be coming to the realization that the only way that you're going to get past this fear is if you do speak up. So if you've been kind of holding your tongue, or you've been letting people manipulate you or kind of just ride over you, and you're not really saying anything, I feel for some of you that you're going to have to really be proactive with putting your foot down and setting your boundaries with people. Some of you are afraid to do this. And I think it's because of conflict. I keep feeling like I don't want the conflict. I don't want an argument. Well, here's the thing. Setting boundaries does not always have to be a conflict. If you feel like you're right in it, you can discuss this. You know, my workload is too much. You know, this is not my job description. This is not what I was paid to do. So some of you may be talking to someone and saying, you know what, this is not what I was supposed to do, or this is not what I signed up for. Even though you may be afraid to do this, I feel like you have to, because either you're seeing something clearly and you're like, I can't hold my tongue. Now, for some of you, a truth may have come out where it's like, you know what, no, I ain't down with that. I'm not cool with that. So even though I'm afraid to say something, I have to, because I see things clearly. I'm not looking at things through, you know, rose-tinted glasses or whatever. I feel like a lot of you, if you are this, you're going to get past this fear. You cannot let people run over you because you're afraid to speak up, especially if you're an adult. I know some people have been conditioned that way from childhood. You know, don't talk unless you're spoken to, or don't interject or add anything to the conversation unless you're asked. But I think as an adult, some of you may need to be still, you're still carrying this childhood conditioning that you have to kind of get rid of and go, you know what, I don't like this, so I'm going to say it. I'm going to speak my mind. You know, some of you are seeing things clearly where it's like, okay, I can't keep being silent. What was it? I was looking at some movie last night where this woman saw her husband had her adopt a child, and she didn't want to. She had lost a child, but her husband had her adopt a child, a female, to bring into the family so that he could molest the child. So she knew that was the reason why he was bringing this girl in, because he wanted to have sex with her, and she was scared to talk to him about it. And then she had an epiphany that this child was going to be hurt, so she had to stand her ground. Now, I'm not saying any situation is that dire, but I mean, unfortunately, we live in a world where sometimes you have to, you know, go against the grain and speak your mind because it's the right thing to do. So some of you, I feel like, are going to come to this epiphany where it's like, this is what the right thing to do. This is what I need to do for me. So I do feel like there's some positive that comes out of it for a lot of you, especially if you've been kind of holding your tongue back. Card number 5, new job coming in, new job opportunity. It looks like you could get a phone call, an email, some type of message that comes through about an interview. For some of you, I feel like you're going through more than one interview. You possibly could go through 3. I keep getting 3 to 5. But I feel the initial feeling is like, I don't know if I got it. I don't know if this was really, you know, a good interview. But some of you are going to get a positive phone call back saying that you got the job, especially if you've been really putting your resumes and things out there. I feel like Spirit is saying springtime to early summer for communication coming in. So we're March, April, May. So for a lot of you, within the next 3 months, next 2 months, you should get some positive information about hearing about a job opportunity or a job offer that's coming through. For a few of you, I feel like you're even starting something. This could be some type of job that you're starting with family or friends, but I feel like there's an opening that is going to be coming in to bring more money. Card number 6. Card number 6. Some of you may be in an argument with people because we got the cards with the bees singing. Your words are stinging me. Somebody could be talking to you crazy. Could be really, going out of pocket with you. You may be feeling the need to even go out of pocket with them. Like, you know what? They saying fuck you. You saying fuck you back. And y'all just going back and forth until you come to a point where I don't need this shit. I don't need it. I'm going to walk away from this. So we got a woman that's walking away from drama. She's turning her head and she's like, you know what? Fuck off. I don't want to do this with you anymore. Some of you definitely are coming into this phase where it's like, I'm tired of arguing, especially if you have somebody that you're arguing with all the time. There's definitely communication problem because I get communication, miscommunication. I'm getting people raising their voices. It looks like something is lost in translation because now we're screaming at each other, so nothing's about to get done. So some of you could be having an issue where you feel like you're being poked. There's an argument. You feel like you can't communicate with somebody and you're like, I'm done. I'm walking away from it. For some of you, this could be verbal abuse. Now, this is a general read. This could be you doing this to somebody else and somebody saying, you know what? Don't want it. Gonna walk away. Don't want all this stinging like a bee coming out. Your tongue is toxic. I'm walking away. So some of you could be dealing with somebody who has a toxic tongue and it's like, you know what? I don't want this anymore. You're shutting the door. You're going into hermit mode. Some of you could be ending a relationship with somebody who's verbally abusive, a friendship. Some of you could be pulling away from family. But I feel like there's something where it's like, I'm done. I'm not going to open this door to this person anymore. I don't want to talk to this person anymore. I'm shutting down. Definitely going into hermit mode. Some of you are blocking people on social media and on your phone, and it's because I don't want to do this. I do feel like there's this major thing of standing your ground. So for some of you, there may be this thing of seeing this clearly. Maybe you've been afraid. And now you're seeing something clearly where you have to speak up. Some of you may have to do it in a major way. But I did get that there's some type of conflict. And I feel like somebody was scared and now all of a sudden they're trying to find their power. If you're a person that constantly runs, you got to stop it. Spirit, I feel like it's making you stand your ground. They're like, it's time for you to stop running. It's time for you to put your foot down and really stand up for yourself. Because especially if you're used to this, if you're used to holding your tongue and letting other people talk to you crazy, I feel like Spirit is like, no, we're not going to do this. I do see walking away from drama, but not running away. To me, running away is somebody who's not, they don't want the conflict. They're scared of the conflict. So with card number 6, don't be surprised if you feel like I'm going to have to say something. I'm going to have to put my foot down and say something, because if I don't, it's going to continue. It's almost like teaching somebody how to speak to you and respect you. If you let somebody call you a bitch and a no good this and you this and that constantly, and you don't ever say anything, that's abuse. That's verbal abuse. And some people think it's okay, but it's abuse. So for some of you, I feel like you're done with it. It's like, I'm going to put my foot down. We're not going to talk about it. So the energy is really heavy on this card 6. I really feel like for a lot of you, you may have to close doors. If you feel like you can't have a healthy relationship with this person, you really need to close doors, because if you don't, I feel like a cycle that will continue. So I wish you guys the best. I will definitely pray for you. If you're in Oregon, definitely stop by at the Tarot Symposium. Check us out. I wish you all the best. Happy weekend. Mwah.